Spanish-speaking volunteers help out at Tzu Chi's iMobile Clinic in New York. Indonesia Tzu Chi volunteers helped rebuild a suspension bridge that was damaged in flooding. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In New York, Tzu Chi's iMobile Clinic has gone to Spanish-speaking communities to serve poor families. This time, 25 Spanish-speaking volunteers also helped out. Let's take a look at how they serve the community.
Early at 7:30 a.m. on the weekend, New Yorkers are still asleep. But a team of volunteers are ready as they set out to do a community service via a Tzu Chi optical mobile clinic.
We have to be here by 7:30, and the car must be here by 8. The drive is about 8 hours. I'll try to help out at the mobile clinic at Corona. Although waking up early, I still feel energetic.
Tzu Chi Optical Mobile's first group of Spanish volunteers have continued to serve for 2 weeks at New York Queens Elmhurst neighborhood, servicing the poor Spanish immigrants locally. Pia Cardenas is an immigrant from Ecuador since she was a student, therefore understanding the difficulties of being an immigrant. Now she has a stable job as an accountant and hopes to give back to communities. This wish was fulfilled as she saw Tzu Chi distributing food to communities during the pandemic, and she immediately joined into the ranks of optical volunteer training.
My first Sunday, it was a little bit hesitant, but I think I was really rotating and really helping a lot of everyone. So now this is my second Saturday, I would say, and I feel more confident, I feel more comfortable with people, and I really like it. And the good side is that, I'm not really doing this for myself, it's really I'm really helping other people.
Carmina Carril is from Mexico, as she also immigrated to the United States years ago. She finally received a nursing license and started a new life. Loving to serve crowds of people, Carina volunteers actively on weekends. Tzu Chi's optical training is a whole new field for her.
When I help people, it's something I feel brightness. And it's nice. It's very nice to learn new things. And Tzu Chi, they give the opportunity to learn something new. This is a very good organization. They work together.
The busiest volunteer of all is translator Alias Santana. 4 years ago, she joined TIMA as a dentist. She often participated in international relief programs in South America. And this time, not only did she help translate, she introduced Tzu Chi spirit to Hispanic volunteers.
Actually, we have a mixed community, different background, and also we help in the community now through service to them. Also teaching the bamboo bank because communities see how Master Cheng introduced how you can help others.
This group of volunteers are smart and good in cooperation. We really need local volunteers who speak English, and also the Spanish group should be the largest. This collaboration that we acquired is a tremendous step we're taking.
2 free clinics have served nearly 50 citizens, deepening roots into the Spanish communities. Tzu Chi New York chapter hopes that in the future, through optical clinics and dental volunteer training, different ethnicities may get to know Tzu Chi, sending resources to people in need.
Tzu Chi University Associate Professor Li Xueling's study has received an award. The research paper absorbs her students' experience. Here's more.
This isn't a piling competition. It is the TCU's Cross-Cultural Family Research course.
Just a moment ago, you started from scratch and went through the process. You may find that someone became a mover as he does a thing while others follow.
During the process of discussion, the team is formed. Everyone's role during the discussion becomes clear.
She takes us to search and reflect upon our past. We also talk about some topics that are culture and capital related. So their course is very helpful to me.
Lively teachings had led TCU Associate Professor Li Xueling to a reward. Her study of understanding physical and mental shifts in one's life granted her the Quality Innovation Competition for Teaching and Education Courses in Universities Award.
When a college student goes back and looks at his father's work history and medical history, he may gain courage in order to fight against regrets. This is powerful.
In the past 4 years, under the guidance of Associate Professor Li Xueling, Her students have completed 64 ethnographies, documentaries, and picture books.
The course is flexible, therefore students have to ask themselves questions. They're not just reading, doing field research, or practicing inquiry. It also isn't about talking about others' life experience. They must constantly reflect on themselves.
I'm less afraid of this course, dealing with family problem. I said that because of this course, it allows me to display it in multiple ways through the documentary, so that families can be seen by everyone.
Special teaching methods, along with unique course design, and adding in practical training, these are the main reasons why this research paper received a reward.
So the University of Science and Technology held a stem cell registration blood drive recently. A number of college students rolled up their sleeves and became potential donors. Let's join them there.
那目前最常用的95%到98%是用周边学的方式。
At the beginning of the activity, Ms. Wu, a fourth-year nursing student, listened carefully to the explanation made by volunteers. She expressed her desire to roll up her sleeves and complete her wish to help others.
希望可以尽到自己的一份力量，来帮助大家。
And this student, surnamed Yang, who is of indigenous ancestry, learned from the course that only a small number of indigenous people have registered in the bone marrow database, so he thought it was a good opportunity to increase the chance of a match.
As an ethnic group, indigenous people have the smallest number of people registering. Because I'm able to do this, I felt that I need to make this contribution.
Students watched a video and were moved to tears. The commissioner of a stem cell center also discussed the meaning of stem cell donation and the donation process.
After the matching, I also hope that each case will be able to complete the donation smoothly. So the willingness and thoughtfulness of registering is actually very important. If you have difficulties making a donation, you may not need to register. We just hope that you can help us promote it, the correct way to donate.
If one more person responds to stem cell registration, one more patient has a hope of rebirth.
In Kaohsiung, Zhongzhen Senior High School is holding a school festival. City volunteers arrived to set up promotional tents for the fourth year in a row, promoting vegetarianism and protecting the environment. Let's join them there.
Steak, braised pork on rice, and meat buns. But do you know how many trees are cut down when consuming these foods?
肉包为什么要种8棵树？为什么？因为肉包里面有肉。可能呢讲了4、5种食物。
You might talk about 4 or 5 types of food and then amount that to the tree sacrifice. This is to let us know that food in our daily lives produce a carbon footprint.
The next stage is a ball picking activity in the tent. Teachers and students sweat as the enclosed space produces high temperatures and humidity.
It's hot in the tent, just like global warming, so we must do recycling well to prevent the earth getting hotter.
The next stage is Jenga, as it improves general knowledge on eco-friendliness.
少吹冷气，少用塑胶袋，少用塑胶袋。对，还有少吃肉，少吃肉，好棒哦！掌声鼓励。
To our students, there is more improvement to the school's reduction of plastic and eco-friendliness. So to the recycling vendors retrieving the recyclables, students have participated well.
The school festival involves Tzu Chi volunteers setting up tents, laying out eco-friendly minigames to encourage teachers and students to love Earth. Everything starts from our daily habits.
In Indonesia, in early October, heavy rain has led to floods in West Java, destroying a suspension bridge that connects two villages. After the bridge was destroyed, villagers experienced inconvenience and their financial situation has also been affected. City Bandan Liaison Office has joined hands with the military to rebuild the suspension bridge. Let's take a look. If the residents want to cross the river, they can only rely on a thin rope for support. If they're not careful, they could get carried away by the water. This is Garut County in West Java, Indonesia. In October, flooding has destroyed a suspension bridge connecting Depot Village and Paz Village. Upon learning the news, City Bandan Liaison Office worked with the military to rebuild this suspension bridge.
Mereka semua bisa kembali mandiri dan
This bridge affects the residents' financial situation. The residents who sell farm products hope that the bridge can be rebuilt, and the people in 2 villages can continue living like before.
The reconstruction ceremony is simple. The residents from the 2 villages pass on stones in a relay. Their joy can be clearly seen.
Dari Buddha Tzu Chi ini,
I'm grateful for Tzu Chi volunteers' care and help. Our residents hope this suspension bridge can be rebuilt soon. Now, our wish has come true. On behalf of the villagers, I want to express my deepest gratitude.
Ini cepat-cepat terwujud, cepat-cepat dibangunkan.
Sangat terbantu, Pak. Jadi ekonomi.
After the suspension bridge was destroyed, many wood handicraft makers in the village cannot sell their products because the main transportation is broken. As a villager, I am happy to see that they are rebuilding the bridge. It will improve the residents' financial situation.
Jadi saya selaku warga mengharapkan sekali.
Tzu Chi is working with the military and local residents to help rebuild the suspension bridge. In addition, an Indonesian rescue organization will also help out. It is estimated that a month later, the new suspension bridge will be completed. Harbin is experiencing the cold winter, yet there's a family which is always warm. Li Meng is 46, and 3 years ago he fell off a building and has not recovered. His wife didn't give up on him and continues to take care of him. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers reach out to this family. Let's take a look.
人间的爱呀，这个爱就是得坚持，你坚持下去了，爱才有回报。难行能行，一定要咬牙坚持下去。 把这条爱的路走到底。
Li Meng, stay awake now. Let's learn this lesson together.
Reading Jing's aphorisms have become a leisure time for this couple. In 2017, husband Li Meng fell off a building and has not recovered.
It was a pretty big decision back then, and the process has been challenging. There was a point that I felt like I couldn't take it anymore, and my mental health was on the brink of collapsing. Thankfully, I met Tzu Chi, and they helped me through it. They gave me physical and emotional encouragement. They also helped me out financially. It has given me the courage and determination to continue living.
Your wife takes care of you each day, and now she's getting older. Her strength is not like before. You are tall and broad, and she has a difficulty lifting you each day. You must have it in your mind and get better.
Li Meng, this is the charitable donation from Tzu Chi. Do you hear? You must get better. Look, he's listening. We need to be like Tzu Chi and help others less fortunate.
Yu Wenrong is not just paying lip service, she is actually beginning to train for her volunteer certification. Yu is collecting donations from her family and friends and also making daily contributions to her own bamboo coin bank.
Today is the 10th, and she will deposit the coin number 10 in the bank. When it's the end of the month, she will deposit the 30th and 31st coin, and in a month, she will give me in total $15 that she has saved to donate.
Every time I deposit a coin, I'll say a prayer.
Don't be nervous. We are all friends. You can trust me.
Really, the Tzu Chi family has moved me, and I feel like I was rewarded with a big family. I've got brothers and sisters in this family. I'm so lucky.
I'm humbled. I didn't feel like we are doing as much as Wenzong's sister thinks we do for her. I'm thankful, however, for her giving us the opportunity to help her family and keep her company.
It began as obligations of a marriage vow, but last month I switched my mindset, and now I'm taking care of Li Meng with a heart of gratitude. I tell him he should get better quick, and he should listen to me for once since I always listen to him. As if he gets well, then I can take a step forward towards Tzu Chi.
Despite the changes in season, Harbin Tzu Chi volunteers visit this family each month to shower them with love. Yu Wenrong even composed a poem with a hidden message.
感同身受，恩惠苦难，哈是骄傲，而言未喻，哈宾系冰城，慈悲为怀，济世救人，家庭温暖，人间菩萨，陪苦同悲，伴熏法会，关爱尊重，怀德感恩，就是表达我一份心意吧。
They understand what love is. This is love, a kind of peaceful love.
No matter how cold it is in temperature in Harbin, this family has always felt the warmth from Tzu Chi.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Tianjin carry out scholarship distribution in Yangjialo Middle School for students. 13 recipients receive financial support. This aid will give them the courage to pursue their dreams. Here's more.
Tzu Chi volunteers came to Yangjialo Middle School in Tianjin to send love to the students in need.
今年得努力啊！今年是最后一年冲刺啊！一定要说实在的，不说考一个特别好的重点中学吧，也得考一个差不多的。
Volunteers give out the scholarship and care about their daily lives. Every word of advice from the volunteers makes the recipient feel the warmth from their parents.
When you are growing, you still have to ensure that you have enough nutrition. Like beans, it is a high-quality protein. Whether it is tofu or soy milk, you have to eat a little every day. It is a source of high-quality protein.
I want to spread my love with my family after graduating from high school.
After 3 years of hard work, when I grow up, I'll definitely help people facing difficulties like you.
Although young students will encounter difficulties in their studies, as long as they take every step steadily, they will get closer to their dreams.
Tzu Chi Singapore chapter launched a Pledge and Go program, inviting vegetarian vendors to promote vegetarianism. For every vegetarian meal, consumers can scan the QR code with their mobile phones to accumulate points and get discounts. Let's take a look.
When you go to a vegetarian food store to dine, scanning the QR code can accumulate points which can be redeemed as discounts. Can this method attract you to come to try vegetarian food? This is a Pledge and Go program, which is launched by Tzu Chi's Singapore chapter for 1 year.
If customers can accumulate points, then when they eat vegetarian food again, they can get a discount. By doing this, they may gradually be influenced someday. We also let them know there are 3 advantages of going meatless. First, it's healthy. Second, it's environmentally friendly. And third, it reduces animal slaughter.
这次推广素食的计划了，期待集结众人力量啊。
Whether it's a vegetarian store or a vegetarian restaurant, they are all targeted by Tzu Chi's volunteers' visits. More than 130 restaurants have joined the ranks of promoting vegetarianism, forming a vegetarian map of Singapore.
It allows more people to eat healthy vegetarian food. I think it's right, because at least going vegetarian will make your body feel very relaxed.
As long as it is something related to vegetarianism, we will be happy to cooperate. If we can promote vegetarianism in many aspects, I believe it will change society a lot.
Because of a friend's reminder, Dravikra changed his restaurant from selling meat-based dishes to vegetarian.
Because I'm a vegetarian, they said it's not right for me to open a meat-based restaurant, so I changed it into a vegetarian restaurant. The main reason is to reduce animal slaughter. The Pledge and Go program is very good and I totally support it. Vegetarian food indeed can bring us many benefits, not only health, but it also improves our emotions.
There are discounts for eating vegetarian food, but the thoughts of reducing global warming and saving the planet should not be overlooked.
Unable to hear since youth, one may turn his advantages into strength. Temboru is hearing impaired, but he has amazing ability in the field of research. Before turning 30, he's the boss of a new startup company. He has used his own hearing disability to create a speech separation filter. Here's our report.
At 10 a.m. in the morning, the sound of discussions comes from the office. The first thing that Chunboru does after arriving to work is to exchange ideas with colleagues. What's the problem? Where's the bottleneck? Answers will be ultimately found within lines of code. With less than 15 people, this company spends millions a month. At the age of 30, many people are still wandering. Yet Chunboru carries on the responsibility of a boss. He also shares a similar age with his team members. Using voice technologies in a Qualcomm startup competition, Chunboru's team stood out.
We have always kept a business relationship with Qualcomm because Qualcomm is the leading company in the field of audio. The winner of the competition may receive software and technological assistance.
From knowing technology to understanding paths, MIT hearing aids are marching to the United States. Originally a cloud computing engineer, Chen Boru now shifts into a business selling hearing aids, even making his way to the United States. It all started from the age of 3, when he was diagnosed with a hearing disability and must wear a hearing aid. Learning how to sing and play the piano, these are all lessons to help adjust pronunciation. With all these challenges, maybe this is why Chen Boru grew a stronger desire to conquer the field of sound.
Because I use my own experience and my know-how, so actually when I communicate with my engineers, they may also understand better on why the hearing aid should be developed like this.
Above 100 decibels, the world sounds, but when the hearing aid is removed, only the engines of planes and jets may exist in this world.
Hello. Hello, 1, 2, 3.
From no sound to having sound, the key lays within the program inside the chip. In a noisy environment, the chip isolates human voice and the background noises, allowing hearing aid users to hear the clearest of sounds.
My sound currently is unclear, and when we open the correct mode, we can hear that the background noises are suppressed to very low.
At the start of 2020, Microsoft launched a transcribing software, which is also Chen Boru's technology. He uses a voice separation technique to find everyone's vocal patterns. When at most, 5 people talking simultaneously, what would the effect be? Through the program, voices are isolated one by one. What the 3 people have spoken became clear through Microsoft's voice recognition technology. The sounds then become words, solving issues faced by public sectors.
The one-stop service provided by the Ministry of Economic Affairs uses Chen Boru's technology in automatic transcribing. Also, due to the availability of the Legislative Yuan's Information Technology and General Affairs Department, a setting was provided so that this team may do further research.
In the past, voice recognition has always faced the threshold. When multiple people speak, the technology is unable to interpret. Many other companies study voice separation technology, but to reach high accuracy and reaching the stage of commercialization, Chen Boru is the first.
Meeting is a hard situation for this technology. You can imagine, many people go to meetings with secretaries, recording meeting details. This is why Microsoft finds us. They thought of using Chen Boru's technology to satisfy the most common needs of enterprises.
Although having hearing disabilities, this never stopped Chen Boru from developing. This young boss becomes a hearing magician as he creates world records for MIT products.
In Australia, Sydney City volunteers have delivered masks and hand sanitizer to a hospital in remote regions. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.